getting the participant in. Good morning, everyone. Greetings from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I hope everything is good. We are in ASEAN. We're a family. But first foremost, I just want to share with you. Thank you for making time during this pandemic for this session. I know everyone is busy. We have this pandemic issue. We are trying to recover our business. Many businesses are affected. So, but you're here. You're here because you realize the importance of coaching because you care. So this program actually is two days program. If we are talking about pre-COVID, it's 2 days program where we do in the classroom. Yeah, it's a classroom program, but due to the COVID, we may do online if you're interested. But today it's just 45 minutes. We're going to talk about coaching. Now, if you see, that's my profile, but I really don't like to talk much about myself. But let me tell you this: I've been in this industry for more than 14 years. Usually, I do management development program, but coaching and mentoring is my forte. But I also do a lot of customer experience program. My forte is manufacturing, banking, healthcare, and also university. I do teach in a university. So today's session going to be interactive. Don't be shy. Please participate. And we're going to run this session as quickly as we can for 45 minutes. I do not want to waste your time. Now, before we start, just want to give you a little bit of perspective why we are here. We are here because we are interested about people. Now, most of us in this group today who attended this program could be managers. We are managers, or we are assistant managers, or could be we are executive future managers. So it is very important for us today to see that we're going to have people reporting to us. Yeah, we're going to have people reporting to us, but also at the same time, we are working on project teams within the company, maybe a project, an agile system they want to launch within the company. So you work with other departments. So we need to understand what makes us likable in the organization. Why people want to follow us? Why some people, even though they're high performance, nobody want to follow them. So we want to find out this through coaching. Now we're going to cover three areas today, but we cannot talk about coaching in isolation without talking about management work. Management work will still continue in the 21st century, 22nd century, so forth, because management is still management. Leadership is still leadership. That's the role we play. So in any organization, management and leadership plays an important role. And the second content we're going to cover is that basically what are the characteristics of a good coach. Now this is social science. Many of you have done coaching. Perhaps maybe you have done coaching in a very informal manner, over a cup of tea, coffee, etc. But what could be the characteristic? I'll share with you few. Maybe you can share with me a few. No, I believe that I can also learn from you. I believe I can learn from you. So I never ever claim to be an expert. I don't like to claim, because when you say you're an expert, you stop learning. So my philosophy: I'm here, I'm open, and I'm going to learn together with you. Now, we're also going to share with you what could be the elements of a good coaching session and a goals setting session. Because coaching in the workplace, we really need to set a good session so that the coaching session works well. Now, I just want to do a little bit of activity with you. We're going to ask you to draw a tree. Okay, we're going to ask you to draw a tree. So in the chat box, if you have any paper with you, or pencil, or a pen, or maybe a crayon, or if you have a crayon with you, if you have, type in yes. Oh, I'm glad to hear that most of you got it. Yeah, fantastic. It's just about 2 minutes activity. I want you to draw a tree. Yeah, today I want to see who is the Pablo Picasso and Michelangelo. Here, draw a tree. Yeah, you draw a tree, and later please share with me. Or perhaps I'll pick one or two of you to share your tree, your masterpiece, with the group. So if you're ready now, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps you can start drawing your tree. You see, as a coach, I also brought the stopwatch. So I'm going to set my time 2 minutes from now. Okay. So time's up, nearly up. So maybe perhaps you can open your switch on your video. Perhaps you can share. I would like to invite Mr. Nicholas Sacre. Mr. Nicholas. Perhaps you can share. I will get 3 volunteers to share. So maybe Nicholas, would you like to share your masterpiece first?
I try, but with the background, it's impossible to show you. So I'm sorry.
Bonjour,
I don't know.
bonjour, Monsieur Nicholas. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Yeah. Ah, very nice, very nice. Wow. Okay, can you higher a bit? Can you make it a bit higher, Nicholas? Wow. Okay. Oh, that's a big tree. That's nice backdrop. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, nice tree. Nice tree. All right. Thank you. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur. All right. Let's get somebody else. Huh? Let's get any nice tree. Any maybe Hangnisa would like to share with us. Wow, Nicholas, very proud. Huh? Very proud about with his tree. Yeah, he's very proud. Yeah, beautiful. Anybody else like to share? Ah, Sipa. Morning, Sipa. Wow, okay. Slightly higher, yeah? Yeah, okay. Not bad, not bad. Okay, very good. Artist. One more person. Maybe Resmi, Tush. Anybody? Buani? Anybody? Anybody? Don't worry. No judgment here. No judgment. I don't judge. We are here to learn. Okay. All right. One thing about Nicholas, can you share a little bit about your tree? When you draw, how you felt? You draw? When I told you to draw a tree, how you felt?
I was imagining the tree.
Okay. Imagination. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And okay. And you always look for the biggest tree. Yes or no? Okay. Yeah.
Yes, yes. This is how
tree,
in my imagination, this is what a tree looks like.
Okay, fantastic. Now, maybe Sipa, would you like to share before I do my wrap up? Sipa, would you like to share?
Yeah. Before I try it, and I'm thinking about my imaginations of how my experience I used to draw before.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
and
so
then
okay, it's not a tree from your garden, huh? It's a new tree. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. I think when I did this activity a couple of years back, I did draw a tree. We are all human. When I asked you to draw a tree, yes, I drew a tree. But the message I want to share to all of you, yeah, very important, is that in life, most of the time, we always look for physical things. We see the tree, but we forget about the roots. Roots are usually invisible to the tree, but the tree is so powerful, like an oak tree. It could be a very big tree, but what makes it grow into a marvelous tree, what makes it grow into a superb tree? It is the roots, which we cannot see. So can I bring it into context in organization? If you look at organization today, we only see the physical. We see the manpower, we see the asset, we see the buildings, we see a lot of things, we see our customer, but we forget about the intangibles that make the company successful. The culture, which is usually invisible, the relationship we have, the feelings we have for each other, which we cannot see, but we have that. Wow, when you and I, we sit together, we engage. So in life, it's very important to see that a lot of things which are intangibles that we cannot see are also important in organization. Just like a physical, we always look at the physical element, but what's inside the depth? If that tree is powerful, you have to look at the roots. The roots have been taken care of, been nurtured. The roots are working together. Same also systems. Some systems are invisible. We don't see it. But these things are running. Data is churning out so that we can make correct decisions about customers. So remember, when you look at things from now on, look at the things that unseen. Unseen. Look at the unseen. Don't only look at the physical. This is a message I want to say. With coaching, you are able to see the unseen thing. You get closer to your employee. You break down barriers, and you build better relationship. Now we're going to do a quick activities again. Now, one of the content I want to cover is about management and leadership. It's very important. We talk about management leadership when we want to do coaching. We cannot forget our role. We cannot forget our role and our job as managers, as leaders. That is our role. We have responsibility. So coaching is part of that. Now, what we're going to do is that this is what I think are 12 tasks a manager and a leader does. So what you need to do, just type in a chat box. If you think which one will be a manager's job, which one could be a leader's job. Say example, if you say scheduling tasks, you believe it's a management job. So you type in number 1, parenthesis M. Or you believe number 3, delegate tasks could be a leader's job, then you put there number 3, parenthesis L. So just start keying in now. Good, Nicholas, yeah? Anybody else? What do you think is the activity of a manager or a leader? Okay, good. Rani, okay. Very good. Very good. All right. Wow, okay. Okay. Nicholas again, 269. Okay. Correct. All of you got correct. Yeah. You are leaders. SIPA, yes. Wow, okay. Very good. All right. Okay, Bonnie, 2, 6. Okay, correct. Yeah. Excellent. You passed the management class. Excellent. Excellent. Wow, excellent. Good. Excellent.
For me, I still believe that the management and leadership must go together.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's a whole new
Yeah.
topic, but for this short time,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you. I agree 100% with you. But now, before I wrap it up, I would like to ask anyone perhaps to share. Borani, you'd like to share? When I show the answer here, I'm going to show you the answer. I'm going to show you the answer, the results. 1 minute. Okay, these are the answers. These are the answers to the question. Now, Bonnie, I would like to ask you a question. What are the difference you see here when you look at these answers here? What key difference you see from your view? Nice mask,
Hey,
morning.
thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
I use my phone now because the internet connection at my place is cut off now, so it's a bit difficult for me.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Well, what do you see? What's the difference you see, Bonnie?
Okay, for me, the difference between manager and leader. So, in short, I can say managers manage everything.
Yeah.
And like give the instructions, give the rules. But the leaders guide people to do the things, coach them, provide support. That is how I see the difference.
Thank you very much. Can I get Hang Nisa, please? Hang Nisa? Is Hang Nisa around? Anybody? Yeah? Hang Nisa?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Would you like to share? Quick one. Hang Nisa? What are the difference you see here?
For me, I think that leaders, they build up communities in a group and divide their subordinate to the right task and build up their
Okay, good. Okay, you can even type in, no issue. All right, you can type in. All right, I think you thank you very much. Now, let me wrap it up. One thing I see, if you look at the difference here between manager and leader, based on my answers here, you can see manager is always about the people, getting the job done. A leader is all about building the team, providing feedback, yeah, monitoring feeling, creating a culture. They are ready to develop. They are looking at developing people. They're not only managing but developing them, let them fly, and also unleashing potential. That's why in many companies you can find managers but only few leaders. A good leader can become a good manager automatically, but a good manager not necessarily can become a good leader. Leadership skills is not something that you're born with. It needs to be nurtured and developed. Any question on that? Perhaps any question? Perhaps you want to give a different view from this. Maybe you have to share different ideas. Please key in. Yeah, you have any question or you want to share something else on this, your views or etc. Anybody? No? Okay. We're going to go to the crux of the matter. What is coaching? Now, the question is, if you look at the slide, have anybody ever coached anyone before, or have you been coached before? If you have, yes. If you have not been coached, or you have never coached anyone, please key in no.
I used to experience under the coaching of my manager.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Tell me a little bit of your experience. Was it good experience?
It was a great experience, but because at the same time I improved my leadership and management skill, and at the same time I also learned the coaching skill itself.
Okay,
Yes.
what did you learn? What did you learn actually? One key skills, what you learned?
I learned about how to questioning and how to do the active listening and questioning.
Wow, you have graduated from the program.
Yeah.
Correct. This is very good. Very good.
I haven't put myself into to be a coach, but I experienced under coachings of my manager.
Fantastic. Very good.
Yeah.
Nicholas, would you like to share, Nicholas? Anything? Perhaps you have coached someone or you have been coached?
Yes, I have been coached, and I try to be a coach myself.
Wow.
I mean, I try to coach my team. I am a manager right now, and
Okay.
I try to. I want them to be happy in what they do. I believe that if they are happy, they will do a better job. So I try to be focused on that.
Fantastic, fantastic. Because you see, when they are happy, they will contribute more. Fantastic. Yes, true. Human beings by nature, if I'm happy, I'm appreciated, definitely I'll give more. You don't have to ask. They'll die for you. Yeah.
Yes.
There are many. Yes, great leaders are like that. They build relationship. All right. Fantastic. Now, many of you been for the coaching session. You are doing it. Actually, you are doing it. But why you come for my session? Why do I go for class when I'm doing? We will teach you to do in a formal way. A formal way, specific way, you can get results much more faster and quicker if you join for the 2-day session. Now, what is coaching? Coaching, there are many interpretations. I can ask Borani, I can ask Sifa, I can ask Nicholas, I can ask anyone, Maradi. Everybody have their own interpretation. No problem with that. Just like talent, everybody got their own interpretation of talent. But coaching actually started back in United States, where it is started in the sports industry. So what they did, they brought it into executive in the corporate world. So this is where coaching is part of life in the corporate world. In Asia, it took a time to pick up in Asia, but it's picking up today, coaching. Yeah. So coaching started in the sports arena, But what is my view on this is that coaching aims to improve performance and focus on the here and now. We don't beat somebody from the past, what he has done 10 years ago. Sometimes some people come to you, they will tell, I have screwed up my life, but I want to start again. I still remember what Gautam Siddhartha Buddha said. Buddha always said, no matter how hard your past, you can always start again. A coach says, forget about your past, I'm going to help you. Here and now. Coaches always look at the here and now, not in the distant past or in the far future. Because here and now will depend on the future. And second thing, we must remember when we do coaching is deadline focus. Come on, we are running a business. We have deadline. We have to make sure the coaching process is time bound. This is the crucial element.
So can I ask you the question regarding the coaching?
Yeah.
Because as I know, coaching, there are many kinds of coaching, but is it the process is just the same?
Okay.
We have life coaching, we have a performance coaching,
yes,
we have a more there, but the process is the same or we have difference?
Okay. See, two things you have to see. Coaching, got life coaching, got love coaching, got career coaching, got business coaching, got speaking coach. The process as a thing basically is all about listening and asking question. Listening and asking question. Coaching happens when? Training must happen first. When someone new to the job, you must train him first. Then he goes to the workplace. He performs very well. So you want to coach him to perform better. Can. Or his performance drop. You coach him to bring his performance back on par. Training must come first, then coaching. Coaching always happen on the job. Usually it is like that. The person is well trained. He know the job. He know in and out about the job. But something is bothering him. Could be he had a problem, personal problem. He has some family issue. Maybe some, some issue at the back workplace. He cannot contribute. So a coach, by asking question to find out what's stopping this person from blossoming into a beautiful lotus. So that's why questioning, but not only questioning, you go extra, probing, you go deeper, probe, like a thermometer, you go deeper and specific. So the questioning is same, but the methodology, the context is different. Yeah, the context could be different. Good questions. Thank you very much. Now, level of coaching. Number one, when you want to do coaching, you must get involved in deep listening. Deep listening is very hard. We are very busy in the age of digitization. We always have the phone on the table. I always tell people this. Say example. Nicholas, can I give you an example, Nicholas? Nicholas, can I use an example? Miss you, Nicholas? Nicholas? Yeah, I'm going to use Nicholas as an example. Say, Nicholas contacted me and he said, I want to see me for a while. So he came to my office and he says, Salim, I want to discuss something with you, something urgent. And I have my phone on the table. Then I say to Nicholas, no problem. Please share your problem. I will listen. But at the same time, I'm listening to Nicholas. At the same time, I'm looking at my phone. That means I don't respect Nicholas. Very simple.
Yes. So example like data management, when we go to them and then we communicate with them and then they do other thing. It is we know they are busy, but this is not really the right
yes, correct.
communication, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's good.
Yeah,
we have to feedback.
Yes, correct. Yeah. You see, if someone comes to you, he wants to learn something. You have to pick. Okay, very simple. If Nicholas came to me, I'm giving an example, Nicholas, very sorry, I'm using as an example. Nicholas came to me and said, Salim, I got a problem. I need you to help me. I feel like I'm having a block how to solve this problem. A few options, but I cannot do it. So I will tell Nicholas, I'm in the middle of meeting. I'm quite busy now. But what I'm going to do, I'll make some time. Is it okay? I'll see you in 2 hours time. That's how it is. That's how it is. Because if you're going to do your work and plus teach people or coach people, you're going to waste time. It will never be effective because deep listening is involved deep listening and probing. So always make time, especially when you're teaching or developing people. This is one of the skills. Let's go to the next one. Now, before we go, perhaps you can share with me, you can type in the chat box, any coaching model that you have heard before, or maybe you have used. If you have not, no problem.
Grow.
Okay, grow. Yeah. John Whitmore, very good. Okay, anybody else? Please, any other model that you have used? Yeah. Please share, don't be shy.
No, I'm not.
Anybody? Yeah. Sambat? Any particular model that you have seen? Sambat? Ratana?
Well, not really. I haven't done that and never been coached, but yes, to mention a specific name of coaching model, it's not really what I have heard. So interesting to learn from the other.
Okay, good. Okay, excellent. Since you know, we're going to give you the model that is very common. That's the grow model. Now, Why we use model? Because we don't have to waste time searching for something else. This is a proven model. We use that model to ensure the coaching process work. Now, very important to understand, whatever you do, you must practice. Last 2 weeks, I called the music teacher, say, I want to learn the clarinet. She said, yes, you can come for the class every 1 month, 4 times per visit, 1 hour. But the teacher told me, you have to practice. I say, yeah, what? Yeah, you come for class, but you have to practice. See, the more you practice, you build muscle memory. So coaching, just like anything, it builds muscle memory. I have done live coaching in a class. Let me share with you. Back in Malaysia, I've done a live coaching session. This participant came for my coaching session. She has a problem in the organization for the past 8 years. Nobody can solve. I did a live coaching with her. In 20 minutes, we found a breakthrough. I've coached someone in a class. He went back and made $2 million sale. Because my level is different. Because I do very intense coaching. But we have to start. For you, you have to start at the basic. So it's not basic because there are 101 questions to ask. Coaching really helps, my friend. You have to believe in it. Whatever you do, you must believe. So this is a model we're going to share. Now, I want to quickly run this model because most of you are familiar with. Number one, we have to be sure what is the goal we want to achieve. In a workplace, could be a goal, a process goal, a people goal, or sales goal, whatever goal. And most people, they if you ask them, they know where they want to go, but they fail to analyze the reality. Where are you now is more important from where you want to go. Because if you do not analyze where you want to, where you are now, clinically, scientifically, then you'll never achieve your goal. So the most important is that I want to achieve this goal, but where's the reality now? Say example, I want to lose 10 kilo within 3 months. What's the current reality now? Is it possible? So the question is that, what is the current reality of your situation? They call it assessment of your situation. And the goal also must be specific. As SMART goal, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. What is the goal? So a coach will sit down with the employee and say, okay, what you want to achieve? What you want to achieve? Actually, they can do the job, but sometimes they get lost in the situation, sometimes the pressure, the workload, especially during a pandemic. So we sit down and clarify on the goal. The coach will say, hey, okay, this is what you want to achieve, but let's assess your reality. Really? You want to achieve this in 3 months? Are you sure? Let's look at your reality. Or maybe we have to look at the goal differently. Maybe you have to change the goal. But if you keep on changing the goal, something is wrong. You keep on changing. Your goal must be very clear. If you keep on changing few months, the goal, something is wrong. You change your tactics to achieve the goal. And last but not least, you need the options. When I'm clear about my goal, now I'm clear about my reality. This is my reality. This is the goal I would achieve. There is a gap. What options I have? What can I do to reach my goal? So the more options you have, better for you. The coach will ask the employee, okay, what can you do? Employee will give 1 option, 2 options, 3 options. Sometimes we got too many options, we cannot move. They call it paralysis by analysis. We got so many options, we don't know what to do. So the coach clarify. So usually you will guide them with the cheapest and the quickest and the most effective option. Then you commit the first step. This is the 4th step I'll teach you. There are 101 questions, but in the 2 days class or 1 day class, if you're busy, we can do 1 day. We go directly into this so that you get an idea. You may become a super coach. Believe me, you can become, but you must to work with the model. Now, what are the benefits of the good coaching? So I want to ask a question. I want to ask a question. Help develop employees' competence. But can you type in, what do you understand by the word competence? When the word competence is said, what do you understand, my friends? What are the words? What do you understand when you say, hey, he must have the competence? He is incompetent. He is so competent. What is the word? What are you listening? Please share. Does he have the right competency? Is he competent? makes you, what goes into your head when you hear the word? Skills, yes, Nicholas. Ability to do the work. Yeah. Yes. All right. What else? Performance. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Someone work or behavior. Right. Very good. Attitude. Yes. Attitude. It's part of the competence metrics is attitude. Very good, Ratna. Thank you. I can see all of you are on the ball. On the ball. Huh? You are in control. Very good. Competent ability to perform the job well, skill, attitude, and knowledge. Very good. Now, let me summarize for you. When Nicholas said the word skill, actually, competence is an American terminology. Americans call this competence, but the British call it skill. Both are the same. When you talk about competence, it involves three things. Does he have the right knowledge? And of course, the right skills to do a job? Does he have the right attitude? Because at the end of the day, attitude is important. It is attitude. And you can add in the number 4 element. Experience also help. So KSAE. So competence means, does he have the knowledge, skills, and the attitude and the experience to do that particular job? Very good. Now, the another benefit of coaching will be help correct unsatisfactory performance. Can you key in again? What do you understand by the word performance? You always hear, he's not performing, or you hear, he's performing. But we really need to know, what is performing? Performance is, from your point of view. Anybody would like to key in? Deliver the expected result, correct. Results, yes. Okay. Achieve KPI, yes. Delivery the results, yes. Productivity with quality, wow, nice. Okay, good. What else? Wow. Integrity, yes. Oh, integrity, very hard to see this one. Integrity and ethics, yeah. All right, what else? One more. Anything. Performance. Okay. Performance, when we talk about performance, it covers three things. Did he deliver his job with the right quality? Number 2, right quantity. And number 3, timeliness. Performance is this. Someone is not meeting the performance, only 3 areas. Maybe got quality issue, quantity issue, or time management issue. He gives the right quality. He builds the right, he produced the right quantity, but time management very out. Customers complain, cannot also. He has the quality, very good in quality. Pablo Picasso, Michelangelo, he does, but he cannot meet the quantity, also big problem. So performance, you have to look at three areas: quality, quantity, and timeliness. Because in the corporate world, in the business world, time is key. So what else coaching can do? Many more things. Now we're going to go to the third one, quick one. Help diagnose performance problem. Now, when you hear the word problem, can you type in for me? What do you think? What will be your understanding when you hear the word problem? Problem, yeah? What do you hear in your head? Issue. Obstacle. Okay, issue, obstacle. Yeah, obstacle, problem. Yes. What else? One more. Okay, now let me give you the scientific answer to that. What is problem? Problem means deviation from standards. In any organization, if you don't have standards, you cannot diagnose problem. Every department, sales, marketing, HR, training, finance, got standards. If your company got no standards, we cannot diagnose, because with standards, we get consistency. What is a problem? deviation from standard. Because when there is a problem, we will always look at the standards. So what is the level of deviation? These are the standard, the deviation is here. Oh, there is a gap. There is a gap. Huh? Say example, the standards are here, the problem is here. I train the person to meet the standards, there is no longer a problem. When he meets the standard, there is no problem. Remember, what is a problem? It's not a bad word. Deviation from standards. Look for the standards and rectify the problem. And of course, coaching helps improve working relationship. Coaching helps employee performance. This is the key benefits of coaching. All right, we're going to go to the next slide. Deviations from standard. Any Q&A on this? Q&A? Maybe you want to talk about a little bit on performance or something. Yeah, we have a little bit more time. All right, never mind. Let's go to the next slide. Good. Okay, I want you to read this case study for a while, a short case study. Read this case study about the benefits of coaching. Yeah. 1 minute, then I'll read the case with you. I'll read the case on your behalf also, so that you can get it. Yeah. Okay, a small but successful system integrator with a turnover of around $5 million had recently employed a young GM to run the day-to-day business operations. Now, his direct reports were all at least 10 years older than him, and all considered themselves to be more experienced, So after 9 months, sales and revenues were slightly below budget and not showing any indication of rising. The team was not responding to the challenge with enthusiasm. Now, although no staff had left, dissatisfaction levels were very, very high, and the team was very vocal about it. So the young manager was concerned for his position in the company. Clear cut, it's a relationship problem. So we're going to look at the answer for this case. A coach worked with the team and the manager to find ways they could work together more effectively. Coaching session helped each side understand the other's perspective, and within 3 months, the budget deficit had reversed. The manager no longer worried for his position and appreciated the benefit of coaching. Here you can see, coaching can really help. Sometimes we have conflict in organization. Sometimes we are young. The seniors sometimes don't appreciate us. They feel that we are young. We do not know many things. But no, I think it should be reciprocal. But coaching, he engage a coach, at least he get a perspective, and also the other party also engage a coach to see from both sides of the situation. So they manage to improve the problem. So the benefits of coaching really help. Now, one of the characteristics of good coach is that your job is to support them. We make sure they have the right tools, skills, time, and guidance to get the job done. Very, very important. That's the job of them. The better they are, the more results you will get. Yeah, the better result. Now, again, remember, you must set clear, achievable goals. And of course, you need to communicate the goals clearly to the coachee. Clearly, they must agree. They must agree to that. So, because you want to teach your employees to have a sense of urgency, right? So, what will make a good coaching session? In my 2 days class or 1 day class, if you are quite busy, we can look at 1 day, establish a purpose. What's the objective of this coaching session? You cannot coach because you got no time, because you have a lot of free time. You cannot coach just you feel like coaching. No, it must have a purpose. Establish ground rules. That means when you want to coach someone, you make sure the employee is focused. You are also focused. That means you're going to tell the employees, 30 minutes, I'm going to coach you. You cannot pick up your phone. You cannot do other things. Same goes to you. You switch off your phone and you tell your boss, sorry, boss, I'm doing coaching today. I must walk the talk. I cannot pick up your call. I'll pick up your call after 30 minutes. No interruption, quietly. So the staff respect. Hey, the staff goes back and say, hey, my boss Salim is very strict and firm, but when he coaches me, he's really there for me, man. I feel good. So you must walk the talk. You must let your top management know I'm having a coaching session. No interruption. Remember, you cannot, coaching is not training. Maximum per day, 30 minutes. You cannot go and coach one person 2-3 hours. You have 1,001 things to do as managers. I understand. I know your job. I know how hard is your job. So in my session, we teach you short 30 minutes broken into few days, or 30 minutes or 2 hours over 4 days. Simple short session. And of course, coaching is all about dialogue, and you discuss one thing at a time. Now, one thing I want to share with you, training is always this. How many days of training he has to go? Training is always days. Coaching is different. How many hours he need to do coaching? We need to coaching. 4 hours? 4 hours over 4 days. 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. That's the thing. Training is always about days. Coaching is all about hours. This is the thing. So do not worry. You have no time. You will have time with my methodology. All right, we're going to go to the next slide. Okay. And of course, once you have done the session, you have to really follow up on your employees. Huh? We do not know. Sometimes employees, they might say yes, yes. Different culture is different. You know, some cultures, they're very shy to share, tell that they do not know how to do. So you're working in a different culture. Maybe they don't want to tell that, you know, I have a problem. It's maybe a sign of weakness. Certain cultures are different, you know. If you're dealing with Americans, they might say, hey, they say, bro, I do not know. You know, different culture, different openly, whether they're open somewhere. So you as a boss, you must adjust to the culture. Now, quickly, I want to share with you, my session is different from other coaching session. In my session, we're going to teach you how to teach. You cannot go and just coach. You're still teaching. So we're going to teach you how to teach, understand the psychology of teaching. So we're going to give you simple lesson plan. This is a template we have done with my participant. A simple plan. When you want to go and coach someone, already prepared. For example, I noticed Nicholas need to do to go for half an hour coaching on XYZ. I already planned so that you don't waste your time. You don't waste that 30 minutes. The first 10 minutes theory. The next 10 minutes I'll demonstrate. The next 10 minutes we go do together. And we also have an agreement. Here you can see an agreement and a coaching, somehow similar. We're going to have an agreement. That means when I'm going to coach you, there's a document I coach you. They cannot turn around and say, hey, I did not coach. And we're also going to give you a coaching and mentoring. Means after each session, you're going to document with the employee what you have taught them, and they will sign off and say, this is true. How we will help? You're going to have a file upon files upon them. In the future, if people ask you, do you develop people? Yes, I'm doing this. I file upon file. Nobody can run away. The facts are there. The results, and you'll be proud over the years. Now, on this, anybody got any questions? Any questions? Any questions so far? Clear? The last slide, yes. Now, you have any question, you can type in, or maybe you got a problem you want to share, maybe some situation share, I will glad to answer. And also, while you're asking me any question, perhaps you can type in what one thing you took away from this session. Just one thing you took away from this session. You can type in the chat box. This is about 5 to 6 minutes, yeah. All right, I'll say, Nicholas, coaching is about listening and questioning. Wow, Resmi, thank you. Nicholas, miss you, Nicholas. What I remember the most is performance, quality, quantity, deadline. We need standards. Very good, Nicholas. Whatever it is, whatever. You want to make a cup of tea, you want to make French croissants, you really need standards. The best croissants have the highest standards. You know, I'm a croissant lover. You know, one thing you can take back is from the webinar, anything, proper documentation. Yes, my session, documentation. A manager must learn to document, especially when you're developing people. Just in case sometimes some people, no matter how much you coach, somebody asked me a question before, Salim, can we coach forever? As the French will say, at eternité? No. You coach, he cannot, then maybe you have to look at the next section. Maybe he should not be on your team. Yeah, these are the reality. You cannot continuously coaching that person. Proper documentation. Anybody got any questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Because regarding to the what you said at the moment, when we're talking about the performance, we focus on three: quality issue, quantity issue, and deadline. So
okay,
yeah,
the time, the time.
Yeah, the time is about deadline, right? For example, we provide
yes,
the task to the staff, and then they cannot submit at the deadline. So this is the also type of the performance issue, right?
Yes,
so
of course.
Yeah. So coaching can fix all of those things, right?
Yes.
And the secondly is how can the one task and then, because there is no the measurement of the this task should be the 5 day or this task should be 3 day. There is no the measurements of the right like that.
Okay, there's no measurement means what? In the task, yeah?
Yeah, in the task of the, especially about the deadline. Sometimes the manager assigns you, they say, okay, 5 day, but that is it the correct one for 5 days of this task or?
You see, remember some of you key in results, correct? So it's something like that. When someone is given a job to do a job, very good question. Someone is given to do a job, we consider he's qualified and competent to do the job. Yes or no? Correct? Yes. Yeah. He knows how to do the job. So what you do is that you give him a deadline. You analyze him based on the results. When the results comes out, say example, I'm teaching someone, someone has been trained to write good emails. So what happened is that you give him KPI to send 5 emails to customer, but the results were 0. No customers are signing up. So you check the email. Later you realize the emails was not very persuasive, correct? The email was not well structured, correct? So you focus on the result, yes. From the results, you can know whether the quality has met, whether the quantity has been met, whether that person is meeting on time. But there could be other reason why the person cannot deliver with the right quality. Maybe he's doing other people's job. Maybe he's inundated with other work which is not related or relevant to him. So this creates a lot of problem pressure, so his performance will drop. So you have to see, maybe the tools are not given. Maybe the processes are very slow or antiquated. You have to look at the lot of things. Now, there are things can be solved by coaching, but there are things cannot solve by coaching. Say example, culture. Could be the culture is not right. Could be he want to do the job. He can do the job, but the situation, the environment is not so right. Maybe the working place is, the structure of the working place is not so conducive for him to produce results with the right quantity, quality, and time. So it's a whole process. But if you come for my session, we'll go deeper on that because we're going to touch about performance also. We're going to touch about how to analyze performance, etc. All right. Okay.
So regarding to your coaching, I saw only 2 skills that you have mentioned in your coaching. First is the active listening, and second is questioning and prompt. Can you explain me about the prompt skill? So what does it mean?
What is that?
Prompt skill that you have mentioned earlier in your slide.
Probing.
Yeah, a probe skill.
PRO, right?
Yeah, PRO.
Okay,
OBE, yeah.
quickly I'll explain. See, question is like that. How are you? How are you feeling today? The person will say, I'm fine. I'm not so fine, Salim. Okay. Can you tell me more? Why you're not fine? I had a bad day, Salim. Can you tell me more? Why you had a bad day? Because today my car broke down. Probe. Narrow. Yeah, narrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Because if you just ask question, you had a bad day. Oh, a bad day. Okay. You don't solve the problem. You go, and the Japanese, they call it root cause analysis. Naze. Why until you go to root cause. They call probing. Very common in the Japanese manufacturing sector. It is called naze. They call it the why until you go to the root cause. So we will teach you how to probe, because you see, you have a very good question, Sipa. The most important thing here is we understand we don't want to waste time. But if you're asking the wrong question, you are going to get the wrong answer. Life is like that.
Yes.
Probing gives you a specific question. I'll teach you how to ask specific questions. Thank you very much. Okay, Sambat, you got any question? Sorry.
Yes.
Oh.
So I have had a few external coach so far.
Okay.
The first one I had, I really enjoy having a coaching session with him. He shares about his experience. He asks great questions. He has a great humor.
Yes.
And recently I am starting a coaching through a fellowship program with another coach. And she made it sure that coaching is about asking questions.
Yeah.
So she's gonna ask me questions to help me tap my own potential, look at my problem, find a solution myself.
Yeah.
So I was like trying to make sure, so you're not gonna share any personal experience or skill with me at all. And she said, yes, because this is coaching. And it got me so confused.
Okay.
Between this coach and the previous coach.
So you want clarification from me?
Sorry?
She said she won't share her personal experience with you, correct? That's the problem, right?
Yeah. She's not going to share any personal experience with me. So I wonder, actually, in an ideal world for coaching, to what extent should we share our experience to the coaching? Because I feel like it's very important that we are able to teach, to share, right? Because coaching, there is an element of teaching within that.
Okay.
What is your view?
Can I answer your question? I will answer your question now, okay? Now,
Thank you.
Good question, Miss Yu Sambat. Okay, very simple. You need to talk about your personal experience. In my class, I'll share with you my personal experience. We have to share. Storytelling is very important because it enhances a session and makes the participant believe in the coaching. Because if you come for my class, Sambat, I just teach you theory and you ask me, Salim, what's your personal experience in coaching? Sorry, I don't have none. I don't want to share. You're not going to learn. You're not going to believe. Now, when you went for another coaching session, they say about asking questions, right? Yes, coaching is asking questions and listening, but there is more to that in that. We're going to teach you deadline. More to that. There must be deadline, focus, and follow up. If you just keep on asking questions, coaching will never work. Because in the corporate world, in my session, we link it back to management, performance management, mentoring. You want to know what is mentoring, what is counseling, what is training. You want to go to big picture. So it must link back to management. Coaching has its limitation, as some people cannot be coached at all. You try no matter how it is. So coaching, yes, maybe that person coach you on maybe other matters. In the workplace, your time is limited. Your coaching must prove result. So if a coach cannot share his experience, how do you want to learn? The experience will give you a motivation to learn. And they say, hey, my coach did it. I'm sure I can do in a smaller scale. So I hope I can answer your question, Sambat. Did I answer your question? Did I? Sambat?
Yes.
Okay, now quickly, I know your time is short. Different people have different understanding of coaching. Yeah. So with that, I respect maybe her style is different, but let me tell you this. We are talking about the workplace business coaching. Now, do we provide coaching only when we see low performance, or we can provide coaching every time? Is Huang Chief, do we provide coaching only when we see low performance, or we can provide coaching every time our team employee comes to us with their problems? Okay, we have to see if that person is low performer consistently. We need to give him a coaching session, coaching. Now, second thing is that there could be someone who is doing very well. You want to bring his level to the next level. You can do coaching. Now, if the person comes to you, there are some coaching you don't teach. Maybe he come and see you. Say example, Miss Huang. I'm Salim. I approach Huang. Huang, I have a problem today. I want to do this. He's competent. He know how to do the job, but I don't know which solution to take. I got 3 solutions. So the coach will ask, okay, the coach Huang will tell me, Salim, okay, what are 3 options you have, Salim? Okay, I have option A, option B, option C. Okay, do you have enough time? Which one is the easiest to do, Salim, for you? I think I prefer option B, Huang. Okay, why option B? Huang asks again. I think quickest, fastest, and we get the job done. Would you like to try, Salim? Yes. Okay. Wow. She come and, hey, Huang, thank you very much. Yeah, I saw the light. Sometimes they just want to have some clearance, not necessarily a teaching. You can even coach your CEO. You can even coach anybody else. You don't have to know their job also. Sometimes they are very good in their job. They're very good, but sometimes they're lost. There are too many solutions. So you give them a breakthrough and say, okay, which one will be the best? So coaching is not necessarily you have to teach, but also having a conversation to unblock what is blocking them. Good question by Huang Shif. Anybody else? Anybody else? Nicholas? Anybody? Sambat, Huang? Anybody? Okay. I think, thank you. I love the questions.